Tough times don't last, tough people do. Don't waste time on things you can't change. When you deal with the opinionated or egotistical, always give credit where it isn't due. Business deals start and end with people, the interaction of flesh and blood, bone and sinew, heart and mind, emotion and soul. Dream big, think big, be big. Dream big and dare to fail. The more you investigate, the less you have to invest. Never ever second guess yourself. Cash only prolongs death, it doesn't avoid it. I've never seen a part-time, super successful, high-performance person. A deal has to sound good before it is good. During quantum growth, any problem you solve will be replaced immediately by a larger, more complicated problem. Every party to every negotiation has a comfort zone. The effective negotiator is the one who can define the boundaries of that other party's comfort zone, then place the deal inside the boundary of that zone nearest his own interests. Stick to your knitting. To maximize the return on invested capital, deploy your assets, resources, and capabilities in those areas wherein lie your expertise and experience. Man plans, God laughs. You won't always have all the answers. Only take seriously the advice of others whom you greatly respect. The consequences of a misguided decision are insignificant in the cosmos of eternity. Always shoot for the moon. Even if you don't hit the bullseye, you'll at least get 80%. Always, always, always pay yourself, your employees first, through all economic cycles. Plan for success with no backup plans, no ripcords, no fail-safes, or you will fail. Management performance sins will always be forgiven during periods of rapidly increasing revenues. Learn to play bad golf well. Become more disciplined. The pain of discipline hurts less than the pain of regret. Hunger makes beasts of men and demons of beasts. Everybody else is worried about life after death. My concern is about life before death. The business world is divided into people with great ideas and people who take action on those ideas. If you want things to change, first you have to change. A man who dwells on the past robs his future. There's a big difference between playing to win and playing not to lose. The difference between a failure and a high-performance individual is how each deals with fear. We're all afraid. A high-performance person uses his fear to galvanize his actions. Ignorance is a steep hill with jagged rocks at the bottom. The only difference between a chump and a champ is you. To succeed in business, you must do more than take a step in the right direction. You have to take a quantum leap. A good plan executed today is better than a great plan executed next week. In order to really succeed in business, you must have outside advisors. These must be trusted advisors, professionals at your accounting and law firms with whom you have a very special relationship. These advisors become your moles within their own organization, more loyal to you than their employer, motivated, aggressive, ambitious, and bright, but not as bright as he or she thinks. You can't win at poker or business with scared money. It gives off a stench that is repugnant to the other side. If you're going to play, leave your money at home and play with OPM, other people's money. The fulfillment of your dream is directly proportional to your desire to succeed and how much you're willing to sacrifice. If you're not prepared to die, then you're not prepared to live. When you get rid of someone, never give them a hook with which to get back in. Always make it a clean, definable, irrevocable break. Quantum leap success means fishing with nets, not just with lines. To achieve hypergrowth, avert avoidable mistakes and let your successes run their course. Do more of what you're doing right and less of what you're doing wrong. You'll always need a reason to overlook the obvious. Never underestimate how wrong you can be, even though as careful planning can be overtaken by external events and circumstances. Always maintain your personal relationship on the same plane upon which you were formed. True friends will rejoice in your professional successes. Allow them to enjoy them with you. Never reassess their personal and professional lives in terms of your own. Your greatest idea, born out of most valuable natural action, is your own God instinct of indifference. Don't be afraid of apathy. Your instinct and the cancer of has more power than all the conventional wisdom in the world. Conventional wisdom is almost always wrong. Business opportunities abound. Absence of evidence, not evidence is absence. And the biggest barrier psychological has never been done is you. It can't be done. The fact that you have never seen or heard something is not proof that it doesn't exist. Every worthy dream has a paid price to action. That means you have to give up something to get something. You can't have it all. The old Kenny Rogers song, The Gambler, has a message for CEOs. You've got to know when to hold them, and you know when to fold them. As a CEO, you'll get more advice from your staff than you know what to do with. But it is up to you to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Listen to your staff, listen to your gut, make your decision and move on. I never met a super successful high-performance person who wasn't enthusiastic. The best way to predict the future is to create it yourself. A deal is either hot or it's not. It costs nothing to aim high, but if you aim at nothing, you'll hit anything. Fear is false expectations appearing real. Thinking it over is for people who can't take action. Quantum growth eliminates clear sailing, so you better learn to navigate troubled waters. From chaos comes order. In chaos is opportunity. It's called chaotic.